Good afternoon, Maverick Nation. How's everybody feeling today? Good. Did you know that less than 1% of all high school athletes get to call themselves a collegiate athlete? Today, you are in the presence of 1%. Tonight, we have a very special occasion as your very own Ricardo Garcia is about to sign his letter of intent for the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley cross country team. It is always a momentous occasion when you watch a Maverick move on and be able to continue their dreams. At this time, it is my honor to introduce your principal, Mr. Jesus Diaz-Weber.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Daniela. What a special moment for CC Wing. We are very proud of Ricardo and his accomplishments, and we want to congratulate him on behalf of this whole student body and the staff that work here at CC Wing. And we want to extend our congratulations to his mother. So, felicidades, señora, por el logro de su hijo, y le deseamos lo mejor. This is a true indication of what perseverance is all about. All of you have a talent, and sometimes we tend not to work on those talents and have a goal set so you can work on that talent and be better with the talent that you have. But Ricardo is one of the few, like Daniela mentioned, that wanted to accomplish something with his cross country. And he's going to go to the University of Texas in Rio Grande, and I know that he's going to do very well. And I know he has been a true example to all the runners that we have on campus, and he went to state, and that is a huge accomplishment. That's another fact that very few students go to college, to state to compete, and he did it very well. So to Coach Garza, thank you very much for your guidance towards Ricardo. I know that you do a lot of things for the students, and they have managed to follow your lead and listen to your advices. So Ricardo, once again, best of luck, la mejor de la suerte. Y sé que Dios te acompañará a través de tu éxito en tus 4 años de carrera en la Universidad de Texas en Rio Grande. So, felicidades, señora, nuevamente.
Muchas gracias.
Y que vivan los Mavericks.
Thank you, Mr. Diaz. And now to say a few words, we have head football coach and campus athletic coordinator, Coach Eric Villaseñor.
Thank you, Daniela. And so it's just a momentous occasion here today just to celebrate the successes of our students and of course, celebrating the success of Mr. Ricardo Garcia and his many accomplishments. He was a state qualifier to the state cross-country meet and certainly represented CC Wynn High School to the best of his ability. And you inspire so many, Rica, as he's known by his peers and his friends as Rica. You inspire so many. You have all your support here, your friends, your colleagues, your teammates, and of course, your mother. Congratulations, ma'am. You raised a fine son, and there's no doubt that he's ready to take the next step at the collegiate level, not only athletically, but also to further his education academically. Take what you've learned here, take what you learned from Coach Garza, from all of your coaches who have inspired you to do your best. Apply that on a daily basis, not only on the track, but also in the classroom. Best of luck, God bless you, and go Mavs.
Thank you, Coach V. Now, we have a lot of cross-country runners out here in the crowd today, right? Let's hear you make some noise for this guy up here. It's really He is about about to join some of the greatest cross-country runners in our region at UTRGV. And one of the people who I'm about to introduce to come up and say a few words is someone who helped him get there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to head track and cross-country coach, Coach A.T. Garcia.
Thank you. But that's the kind of noise that Rica deserves all by himself. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do without Coach Ricardo Garcia next year. As you all know, I think he got after y'all's cases more than I did. All right. So I don't know what I am going to do without him. Ricardo, te voy a extrañar bastante. Bastante, Coach. Está bueno. Antes que nada, quiero felicitar a la señora madre de Ricardo. Le felicito. Un joven excelente. Ricardo is truly a role model for each and every one of you, and I think you agree with me because he's not only out there working hard for himself, but he's also working hard for the team. He got after, each and every one of you. And he didn't make any mistakes, and he didn't make any excuses, okay? He could have made a lot of excuses this year. We had a whole bunch of construction. We were limited in our space, but let that be a lesson to you, where there's a will, Like Ricardo there, kept on working. He's one of the few people that made it to state, okay? He made it to state because he wanted to work hard. He wanted to get there. So let's not make excuses about what's around us and what we have and what we don't have, all right? Let him be that role model for the rest of your high school careers, okay? Let him, like I said, let him be the role model because he worked so hard, and you guys know how hard he worked, right? We would put him as a dog catcher. He chased you guys down. You try to catch him, and we tried different things, but he always made you work hard, okay? I don't know. Once again, I'm gonna go tonight saying, what am I gonna do next year without Ricardo? So I gotta go home and figure that out. But till then, I want to thank all of you for being here. Mr. Diaz, thank you very much for making this possible. Some of you are here without permission. I'm not going to say who it is. But no, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Ricardo deserved it. He worked very, very hard. He's quite an individual. And I just want to say one last thing about Ricardo. He chose UTRGV because they have civil engineering, and that's his goal right there. All right, he's a student first, and an athlete second. All right, he's always kept that he's always been looking. I would tell him, and so called, and he would say, "Do they have civil engineering?" All right, do they have civil engineering? All right, and I said, "I don't know, Ricardo, go look, No, we check, and he'd already know. He go into the computer before I could even finish telling him that they're looking for you, and there he was looking it up and everything. One of our top 10, graduates this year, super smart young man, super dedicated. If you don't know Ricardo, get to know him. He is truly an inspiration, a role model, and someone that comes along once in a while, in a very long while. I love you all, but I don't know what I'm going to do with Ricardo next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Garza. Now, I think we can all agree this room is filled with Rica fans, but I think his greatest fan is the one sitting to his right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause and welcome to the podium Rica's mom, Elida Garza.
Buenos días, jóvenes. Yo no sé hablar muy bien el inglés, así es que lo voy a hablar en español. Primero que nada, estoy muy agradecida con Dios porque les digo que algo muy bueno tuve que haber hecho en mi vida para haberme dado un regalo tan grande como mi hijo. Él siempre dice que es normal. Me siento muy orgullosa de él porque es una persona muy persistente. Él no le importaba clima ni nada y a veces él desde Piedras se venía de mi casa para que yo no me levantara porque yo cuido a mi madre en bicicleta hasta acá. Y es un niño muy perseverante. Creo que todos los jóvenes tienen un talento muy hermoso y a veces no lo dejan, no lo sacan ustedes, pero me gustaría que vieran un gran ejemplo en su compañero. Le doy las gracias a sus directivos, a sus maestros y sobre todo a sus amigos y compañeros, porque sin todos ustedes él no hubiese también logrado parte de lo que él está haciendo en su vida. Gracias a Dios y gracias a ustedes por formar parte de la vida de mi hijo y pues sobre todo también de mi vida, porque él es todo mi amor. Gracias y bendiciones. Y lo que siempre le digo, nunca olvides que te amo.
And now it is the moment we've all been waiting for. It is time to watch a maverick become a vaquero. Rika, it's time to put pen to paper and sign your future to UTRGV. Let's keep that applause going as the man of the hour himself is going to say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, Rika.
Hello. First of all, thank you everybody. Thank you. No tengo palabras para decirles en serio cuánto los quiero a todos ustedes, a mis compañeros de clase, mis corredores que siempre están aquí conmigo. So, to start with, I want to thank all the people that made this possible. From my coaches, both here and back in Mexico, who he is not here, sadly, but he was the one that started me into training. My friends for supporting me throughout the tough days where I wanted to let go of my dreams, both the ones that graduated and the ones that are still here with me, and also supporting me throughout the number of rides they gave me back after practice. My family for believing in me every day. I went out and practiced, trained, and supported all the life changes I made. And lastly, but not less important, my mother. Mamá, muchas gracias por siempre estar ahí para mí, por apoyarme y amarme todos los días de mi vida. I have no words to describe how I feel at the moment. Running in college seemed like a crazy dream a few years ago. And now, I'm here, continuing my career for another 4 years. When I started doing sports, I was a chubby Mexican kid who just wanted to take some swimming lessons, which will then turn out into a triathlon training program. I continued down this path all the way to the summer before my freshman year, after completing the ultimate goal of qualifying for Junior Olympics back in Mexico. Then, I decided to try out cross country, because it seemed like the closest thing to triathlon at the time. After countless days of coming to school at 7 a.m. after riding 7 miles, Coach noticed I had some talent and made me run a race with the varsity team. To 3 years later, I'm still here, running miles every day, even after countless injuries and crashes on my bike. I love running, and I can't thank enough to life and God that I will be able to continue my passion in the next level. And now, some words that are not written. No tengo palabras y por eso las quiero decir en español, porque saben que me estoy trabando demasiado en inglés. Gracias a todos, en serio. Fueron 4 años duros hasta cierto punto, pero la verdad todo valió la pena hasta este momento. Tuve que abandonar muchas cosas allá en México. Ya no fue lo mismo venir a la escuela todos los días, luego ir a entrenar en la tarde. Now I was just practice in the morning, go to school 8 hours. I'll basically here half of the day. Y'all know that. And then my junior year, I started doing more things. I started doing UIL. I started doing robotics, and it really complemented my life a lot more. And now I really know what I want to do with my future. And I want to thank all the friends that were on the way. From Jan, who I know he's here on the spirit, Gianna, Gus, Shanti, everybody that's here, Roxy. Thank you everybody for assisting, and thank you for supporting me throughout these 4 years. And yeah, muchas gracias, en serio, muchas gracias. Significa mucho para mí.
Before every ceremony, one thing I like to do is I like to ask our athlete if there's anyone special he'd like to come up and say a few words. Someone who's gone through this journey with them, someone who's motivated them. And the person he picked today is someone he said played a big part in making this happen. So at this time, I would like to introduce Miss Kiana Diaz.
I haven't known Rica that long. I barely met him about 2-3 years ago. Surprisingly, we had geometry together. We sat right next to each other and we didn't notice it. It wasn't until I started running cross country that I really got to know him as a person and as an athlete as well. I'm getting emotional. Okay, so I'm co-captain for cross country and Rica's one of the captains along with Chantel. But for robotics, I'm the president and he's the vice president. So we have this joke that we're equal. And we always try to one-up each other no matter in what. So by making it a state and by getting time, of course, he hasn't won this battle. But Rica doesn't just work hard at school. If he'll see someone struggling, he'll be the first person to help them out, no matter what it is. Okay. I didn't get to know him that long, but I know after senior year it won't be the last time I get to talk to him. The bond we created, it's a friendship like no other. He wasn't just my teammate, but he would literally be the one that helped me get everyone together every single morning to get everyone to stretch. Rica is an individual who deserves everything that's put out in front of him and much more. From getting signed today to graduating with honors. He deserves it much more, and even after he finishes his engineering career. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiana. And now, at this time, I would like to introduce one of Rica's teachers, Mrs. Camarillo.
I've known Rica for maybe a little more than a year, but I know him in the academic side. I was the UIL coordinator, and he was part of the math team, mathematics. And what I can say about him is he's a very dedicated student. He's an exceptional person, very polite, always willing to help others. And I know he's going to go a long ways, and I'm very proud of him because he will come back and he's going to be an alumni, Maverick alumni, and he is a good role model for all these students here. I'm going to get emotional. One of the things that about Ricardo is his personality and how friendly he is, and that's why, as a class we came down here and we came to support him, and we're very proud of him. And when you were running, Ricardo, we were in class, and every once in a while it's like everybody was, asking like, how is Rica doing? How's Rica doing? And how's he doing? And did he win? Did he place? So we were thinking about you all the time that you were out there, and we're very, very proud of you. And I'm very, very proud of you as well. Not just because you are my student, because you are a good individual that has shown a lot of Maverick pride, and you have put, CC Win on the map, and we're very thankful for that. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Camarillo. And now for closing remarks, I invite to the podium one of the biggest Maverick fans I know, your assistant principal, Mr. Matt Uriegas.
Thank you, Ms. Byrne. What a special athlete, right? What a special student amongst all these beautiful special faces. I see a lot of happiness. I see a lot of emotion. Rica, congratulations. We're extremely proud of you. I know when you came over, we're just thinking athlete. I'm only thinking, let's find that athlete, and we've got an athlete. And I see him running, man, and he's got a great kick, and he runs like a deer, fun to watch. kept chasing. Okay, we're going to get another district champion on campus. Yes, we're going to get another district champion on campus, and we got one. But we are very proud of you. You're going to go to the Vaqueros now. Hope that you go and chase some more titles over there, and you'll do your best. Go and chase your academic dreams, become your engineering. Make sure you take care of that first, and make sure you take care of Mama. Felicidades. Primeramente, felicidades. So we are very proud. You got a great, humble heart. You are special. You're amongst 2,000 special people, and you know it, and we all know it. We are extremely proud of you, and wish you nothing but the best. And go Vaqueros now.
It's one thing to be able to call yourself an athlete. It's certainly another to be able to call yourself a scholar athlete. We are in the presence of not only an amazing cross-country runner and triathlete, apparently, but we're also in the presence of just an all-around great person. It is apparent in every single one of your faces and in his mom's beautiful smile right now that Rica has touched every single one of you. So at this time, I would like us to send him off the best way possible with a standing ovation. Will everyone please rise in honor of our newest vaquero, Rica. I thank you all for joining us this very momentous occasion in this beautiful afternoon. At this time, we will be taking your photos.